Okay, so today we're here with our gorgeous model Rebecca, and we're doing a Cindy Crawford kind of 90s inspired makeup look. The 90s obviously has come back, so that's what we're deciding to do today. And we've picked Cindy Crawford because she's just amazing. She's one of the original supermodels, you know, along with Naomi Campbell, Christy Turlington, Kate Moss. So we're going to get started. We've done Rebecca's skincare and we've done our base. So we've started with the Smashbox Primer Photo Finish, and we've popped on our foundation, and it's the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk, which is my favourite foundation. So we're going to do the eyes, and as a base for the eye I'm popping on MAC's Paint Pot in Paint Relate. It's a neutral colour, it just neutralises the eyelid and it gives the eyeshadow a base. So we're going to start with that, and I just like to use my finger to pop this on. You can use a brush, but I like to use my finger. I find that it's easier to blend it out. So I'm going to put that all over the eye. So in the 90s you could really tell that unless you were Kate Moss and you were pulling off that no makeup look, and she was amazing at that, a lot of women wore a lot of makeup, and you could tell they had makeup on. The eyes were a really kind of gorgeous, muted, browny, grey nudes. It was very matte as well. You know, they had the overlined lip, which was very Cindy Crawford-esque as well. So on the eyes, we're going to go in with this little palette from Maybelline here, and it's called the Nudes. And we're going to start with this colour here. It's a kind of taupey colour, and we're going to put that all over the eyelids. And I'm just going to use my MAC 217 to do that. So I really love the 90s. It was very glamorous without being too over the top. Like I said, you could tell they were wearing makeup, but it was done in a really kind of subtle way. So we're just blending that colour all the way over the eyelid and pulling it out ever so slightly. So we're now going to go in with this slightly darker colour. Here is a kind of grey colour, and we're going to put that through the socket just to give it a little bit of depth. So I tend to use two brushes, and they're both actually MAC 217, so I use one to place the product and then I use one to blend it out as well. I'm just going to pop this under Rebecca's eye just to catch any fallout. Just close for me. I was actually watching an interview with Cindy Crawford that she did years ago, and she said that when she first started modelling, some people used to remove the beauty spot that she had, which I think is a shame. But as she got more and more successful and more famous, that kind of became her thing and what she was known for. So we're just putting this colour through the crease and into the corner, the edges. And again, just building up colour and tapping off any excess. So we're just going to add a little bit more depth to the corners of Rebecca's eyes. I actually bought this palette from Rosie Huntington Whiteley from Marks and Spencer the other day. So I'm going to use this slightly darker colour here. The palette's called Deco Diamonds. close. Again, just going with the MAC 217 and buff it out. So the 90s smoky eye wasn't, you know, too perfected. It's not really like, you know, the kind of glam makeup that you see now where you've got the, you know, the winged liner. It wasn't quite grungy. There was a little bit of a kind of grunge aspect to it, but it was definitely a softer glam. Okay, perfect. So just look straight ahead for me. Excellent. So we're going to go back into the Maybelline palettes and we're going to use the kind of taupey colour again. We're going to put that under the eye. Just look up for me. So we're just going to pop this colour underneath Rebecca's eyes. We're going to go back in with the slightly darker grey again, and we're going to put that in the corners of Rebecca's eyes. Not all the way under, just in the corners, just to give it a little bit of depth. Okay, so just to finish off then, we're going to go in with the darkest colour in the palette here, which is black, and we're just going to go along the lash line and just smudge it out slightly. And I'm using my Bobbi Brown eye definer brush. So just close for me. And then just going back in with the MAC 217. And blending it all in. You'll find with some eyeshadows as well, just probably depending on the brand, that you'll probably need to really build up the colour. Which is probably the case for this, for the black in this palette. Again, just blending it all out. We're going to go in with a little bit of mascara, and I'm using Max Factor 2000 calorie on the eyes. Look straight ahead for me. Okay, so we've popped mascara on. I've just gone back in with a little bit more of the black along the lash line just to intensify it. I'm finding with this, move close for me, this black, you need to build it up, which is, it's common for a lot of black eyeshadows. It's quite difficult to find a really, really intense black. I'll just pop some mascara on the bottom lashes. Right, to finish off Rebecca's eyes, we're going to pop some eyelashes on, because who doesn't want to have fluttery eyelashes? And we've gone for the Ardell Wispies, natural demi wispies. I love these eyelashes. Close your eyes for me. So we've popped the glue on, we've let it dry, so it's gone a little bit tacky, and I've trimmed the edges because they were slightly too long. So what I tend to do is just pop it in the centre first, and then pin the edges in. And if the glue is tacky, then it will work doing it that way, because it will hold in the centre and it will allow you to attach the corners. I'm not going to do it on Rebecca, but if you pinch, when you're doing them on yourself, if you pinch your natural lash and the lash line together, it kind of secures it a little bit better and kind of makes it blend a little bit better. So that's the eyes done, and we're going to finish the rest of the makeup now. Okay, so we're just going to fill in Rebecca's brows now. The 90s brows are really strong and really full, which Rebecca already has, so we're not going to go too much. We're not going to do too much. We'll just fill them in ever so slightly. Do you fill in your brows?
A wee bit, yeah. I don't actually ever get them done, so.
I definitely would never get them done.
I just have to make sure I don't get a monobrow.
Oh, do you? Do you pluck
Yeah.
the middle? Right, okay. And that's about it. But I think it's it's really useful to have fuller, natural, full brows. So I should have said I'm just using the Anastasia Brow Wiz in dark brown on Rebecca's brows. I love this eyebrow pencil. They've released a new one which is slightly more angled, which I've not tried yet, but they're known for the Brow Wiz. And then I'm just going to go in with a little bit of clear brow gel from Rimmel called Brow This Way. So we're just going to tidy up the skin now, so we're just going to conceal under the eyes, and I'm going to use the Rimmel Wake Me Up in Classic Beige. Just under the eye and just through the nose a little bit. Some people get a little bit of redness in the nose area. This is a really lovely concealer. It's really creamy, almost like the NARS creamy concealer. And then we're just going to get the beauty blender and blend that out. Okay, just pick up for me. So that's the concealer done. So we're just going to powder the skin and just knock back a little bit of the shine on the face. So most people just get a little bit of shine through the T-zone. We're going to set underneath the eye area as well. So I'm just using a translucent powder for this. So just look up. Going to finish off Rebecca's base. So I've got this gorgeous bronzer from Rosie Huntington Whiteley, again from Marks and Spencer. It's really fair actually, so it's perfect for anyone that is quite fair and is quite pale and finds it quite hard to find you know, a bronzer that isn't too bold. Just tap off the excess. So we're just going to pop a little bit of a soft pink blush on Rebecca's cheeks. So I'm just going to use the Tom Ford blush palette in Frantic Pink. So to finish off the look, we're going to do the lips. So Cindy Crawford, I was looking at a lot of her shoots and our images, and she had this really and a lot of them she had this beautiful kind of nude sexy glamorous lip on it with the kind of overdrawn lips. So what we're going to use a very kind of 90s lip pencil, which most people will have heard of because it's extremely popular, and it's Spice by MAC. And then we're going to go in with a nude lipstick as well. So we're going to go in with a Rosie Huntington Whiteley lipstick. Picked this up the day as well with the eyeshadow palette, and we are using, the colour is called Nude Mink, and we're just going to pop it straight on from the bullet. So this is our finished Cindy Crawford 90s inspired makeup look. We finished the hair, and we're going to pop on the iconic beauty spot that Cindy Crawford is known for. Now, Rebecca already has a really gorgeous beauty spot there, so we're just going to go over it ever so slightly. Cindy Crawford's was above her lip, but seeing as Rebecca already has one. Yeah. And that's our finished look. Look down for me. And up.